Welcome to the music news for the streets. I'm your anchorman, Sum. Hit the keys. And in today's newscast, we've got all kinds of exciting stories from 7 freebies. Looks like Native Instruments just dropped a brand new library. Waves has just dropped a brand new plugin as well. But our top story today comes from Plugin Boutique. It looks like Plugin Boutique is doing a giveaway of over $7,000 worth of software. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the story. So as you see here, anniversary giveaway when 7,000 plus in software ends on the 31st of January. I'll make sure I leave the link below to where you guys can enter the contest. It's really easy to enter. And as we see here, some of the prizes, the first prize pool, you're going to get Complete 15 Standard, Isotope Music Production Suite 7, Arturia FX Collects 4, UAD Signature Edition version 2, Scalar, Snapback, Subcraft, Shaperbox, Lunacy, Beam, Baby Audio Transit 2, Excite Audio Bloom Bundle, Vengeance, VPS Avenger 2, the Rhodes V8 Pro Electric Piano, and then a Loop Cloud annual subscription. It's a nice haul right there if you ask me for first place. Second place, you're gonna get the Arturia FX Collection, UAD Signature Edition version 2, Scalar, Subcraft, Beam, Transit, Avenger, Rhodes, and then the Loop Cloud annual subscription. And then third place, you'll get Scalar, Subcraft, Beam, Transit 2, Avenger 2, Rhodes version 8, and then Loop Cloud. So as you can see here, all you're going to do is come in here and you're going to enter in your information, and then boom, bam, just like that, it will enter you into the contest. I know you guys see me here in this Rams jersey today. I did not switch teams. It's still all about the Cowboys. This is just the old school throwback Jerome Bettis. Who doesn't love the bus? All right, guys, and our second story today comes from Native Instruments. It looks like they just dropped a brand new library for us, and it's called Cremona Quartet. So Cremona Quartet, it's kind of pricey. It's $299 for the intro price. What is it? It's basically an exquisite strings collection. Cremona Quartet unites 4 of the world's most precious string instruments, delivering their sound with stunning authenticity, with phase-aligned stereo samples and meticulously sampled chromatic articulations. Every nuance and quirk of these historic treasures is yours to explore. Advanced parameter controls provide unparalleled precision, while the addition of the Cremona Quartet ensemble makes crafting detailed arrangements simpler than ever. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. Let's go ahead and hop in FL Studio, check this thing out. So when you open it up in FL Studio, it's going to originally look like this. It's pretty cool because, again, there's going to be different kinds of strings in here. So as you see, it's kind of set up to where it's got 4 different string instruments. I'm just going to slide this over here for a second. I guess I'll leave it here. And if I push down on a note, so it's pretty cool. It's got all 4 of these instruments together. And if I was to push play, I basically just put a note on C on each one of the registers so that you can hear what they all sound like together. Now, what makes this thing fire is that you can get over here and you can start messing with the actual sounds. So you see here, you've got different play styles from long, you've got short, and then you've also got special right here. So like, let's say I just make one of these pizzicato. And now when we push play, so you can hear that note right there from that viola is pizzicato. And then if I come over here to this violin, like let's just say we want to make this one special, and we can make this one tremolo, and now it's going to sound like. So you see, it sounds like I kind of have like an ensemble all playing different things. And you can do the same thing over here. You can come over to this one. And let's make this one more Marcato vibrato. With this, you've got some settings that you can mess with. So right here, you see you can mess with bow changes, articulation switches, pitch bend, aftertouch, room noise, all that good stuff. I'm gonna come over here and just play a couple of the presets for you guys. And then I'll just play these shortly. I'll go ahead and leave that link below in the description in case you're interested in checking that out. All right, guys, up next, I've got the first freebie for you guys. The first two freebies, though, are only going to be limited to a few people. You know, some people who own this hardware or whatnot. So I'm sorry about that, but I have to make sure that I mentioned it. So I did a story earlier this week where Novation and GeForce teamed up to create a base station plugin. And here it is right here. So as you see here, this is kind of what the base station plugin looks like. Again, I've done a full demo and review on this. I'll leave this link in the description. But it is $49 for the intro, $99 after the intro. But it is free to anybody that has a Novation Launch Key Mark IV, an FL Key, or an SL Mark III. And it's good for all registered users. So make sure that you register your board, then you can go get this. It's good for previous customers, and it's gonna be good for new customers. So this is gonna be software that you're going to get from now on anytime you get these Novation boards. And before I get out of here, here is just what it's going to look like in your DAW. I've just put 3 sounds on here. So all 3 of these sounds come from the base station. And it just sounds like this. All right, guys, and then the second freebie is kind of a similar situation to that. I'm not going to go into the MPC and Native Instruments collaboration today, but what I do want to talk about is since Native Instruments is offering NKS support for a bunch more equipment, now you're able to get complete select if you have certain boards. So let's go ahead and take a look here at those boards. So they're going to have NKS integration for all these. So the MPK Mini series, the MPK Mini, the MPK Mini Play, the MPK Mini Plus, Novation. So if you have the Launch Key Mark III, Mark IV, FL Key, the SL MK3, if you have the LX Mark III from Nectar, if you've got the Korg MIDI 2.0, and then if you've got any of the current generation of Oxygen series boards, you are eligible to get complete select start for free. So this is the same as the last one. It's good for previous customers, and it's going to be good for new customers too. Just make sure you get your board registered. As we look here, complete select, you get to choose between one of these 3 different kinds. So you've got beach, you've got band, and you've got select. They've all got different things in them. So they've got different sounds, like, you know, Beats has massive, battery, Empire Breaks, ozone elements, where band has like electric keys. It's got strummed acoustics, studio drummers, soul sessions, so on and so forth. And then the electronic has a bunch of good stuff too. So I just wanted to make sure I mention these because I know a lot more people see these videos than just the one-off videos I do throughout the week. So I just got to make sure that all the users out there know that you might have some freebies waiting for you in one of your accounts, whether it's Native Instruments or Novation or GeForce. And the next story I have for you guys today is another freebie. This is freebie number 3. This one comes from Fractured Sounds and it's called Church Organ. So this right here is going to be free for any version of Contact, I believe 8 or 7, the player. You can use it in as well. But basically this is just an organ, but it's got like 4 different presets in it. So it sounds like but then you can come to the next one, you can go to bright and it's going to sound like. I'm going lower note, higher notes. Then you got this rich right here. That rich sounds fire. You got full right here. That was out of key. My bad. I don't play the keys the greatest. I told you that before. But you got some controls over here. So just basically the same thing. The swell intensity, sample start, release volume. You're going to have reverb with some options and reverb right here. So you've got different reverb types. Size, modulation, all that stuff. You've got color, and then you've also got swell. You know, pretty solid little organ plugin. I'm not going to go super in depth today because I do have a bunch of stories and I didn't get to get too deep, pause, into all these plugins this week because this is my 5th video this week. Fun finally got my ass to work. And the next story I have for you guys today is the fourth freebie on this list today. This one comes from Freak Show Industries. You know, they always give us some crazy stuff. It's called Mouth to Sorrow. So when you open it up, it's going to look like this. It's basically a 3-voice chorus plugin that makes things sound super grimy. So this is what that melody sounded like without Mouth to Sorrow on there. So if I turn just one of these voices on, I'm just going to turn the wet up. So you can hear how it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, making it darker and creepier. You can go up to 2 if you want to. Then you also have 3 right here as well. And then underneath here, you see you get all your control over your rate and your depth and all that other stuff. And then you've got this control right here too as well, this mine. So it's an interesting little free chorus plugin in my personal opinion. Go check it out. Again, the links for all this stuff will be below in the description. And up next, it looks like Waves just dropped a brand new sync plugin. So something similar to Vocal Line or something like that. It's called Wave Sync or Sync VX. So when you check this thing out, it's going to look something like this. I was going to do a review on this on Monday, but I just didn't have the time. The price on this is $129, which is kind of expensive for a Waves plugin, but for what it does, I'm pretty sure it's still going to be cheaper than like Vocal Line and everything like that. What this does is basically you can drop your vocals into this thing and then it will line your vocals up for you, and it will put all your vocals in pitch for you too as well. So like, let's say you have somebody singing and they're out of key with some notes. It's supposed to sync all that up and put everything into the right pitch, which is pretty solid. So here's some of the features. You got a loose vocal track. It'll help get everything together. Pitch matching, tight vocal stack, vocal double, and whole vocal production. So normally I would play some of the stuff here, but with Waves, sometimes it's hard to play the stuff because you might get some of the songs might be registered. I don't want to get a copyright claim. But you'll see here's some of the other things that it says it can do for you. Declutter vocal stacks in seconds, process entire vocal arrangements from a single window display, Aura technology for faster workflow and real-time sync, intuitive workflow with customizable shortcuts, ignore bypass and sync marker features, creative features including transpose and format manipulation. Oh, I can't read, can't talk either. Instantly tighten back-end vocals and vocal doubles, sync entire vocal sections with 4 reference tracks, replace tedious manual vocal editing with automatic processing, perfect for syncing ADR dialogue recordings, and adjust settings globally per track or per region. So if you're looking for something like this, go grab it. Maybe I'll check it out and come back and do a review on it here at some point, but I don't know if I will or not. But it's there if you're interested. The 5th freebie that I have for you guys today comes from Phil Spicer. It looks like he just dropped a brand new plugin called The Spice. Let's go ahead and check this thing out. So when you open up The Spice, it is going to look like this. It's just got really 3 knobs that you're going to use. It also has this mix knob over here too as well. I guess you can add a little bit of gain if you want to. We're not going to do that today. We'll just leave it here, I guess. But with this thing, the 3 knobs, this intensity knob is supposed to unmuddy mixes. So, you know what I'm saying? If you have a bad mix, it ain't going to fix your mix. It's not going to fix the mix. But it's supposed to, you know what I'm saying, unmuddy up some muddy frequencies. Over here, you've got this extreme knob, and this right here is supposed to give an OTT effect. And down here, you have spark, and this is just supposed to add some like high-end sheen. So let's go ahead and turn this on. And then right now, everything's at 0. So I'm just going to turn up the intensity, and you'll hear what it sounds like. So you can hear there, it brought everything forward and it made it sound a little more crisp. I'm going to put it on bypass and I'm going to turn it back on. So we'll turn that down just a little bit. Let's mess with this extreme real quick. So you can hear it kind of giving it like that upward compression that OTT would kind of give you. And then you also have this spark one down here. You can overdo it with all these knobs too, just to let you guys know. So you guys can hear that add and spark or high end, you know, sheen to the beat or the sound too as well. And the next two freebies that I have for you guys today, they both come from Analog Obsessions. One of them's new. I don't know how old the other one is, but one is this PoorTech right here. It's basically a Pooltech emulation of an EQ. I know there's a ton of those out there, but for me, this one just adds maybe like a little bit of, you know, oomph to what you need. And then when I was on Analog Obsessions website, I actually saw this Room 041 reverb, and I thought this was pretty dope too when I tested it out. So with this PoorTech, all I'm gonna be able to do with this is I'm just gonna push start, because you're not gonna really be able to hear the difference. You can hear the difference in the mix, but you can't hear the difference with me turning the power on and off. So this is what the sound sounds like originally. You guys already know this part. Now listen to it again once I turn the power on. So you hear how much thicker and fuller it makes that note hit? And so you just can't really tell with the power coming on and off. But if you listen to it like this, again, make sure you got some headphones on. Listen to how much, and it just makes it sit in the beat better too. So it's not a bad tool. And then this Room 041 reverb, I thought this was kind of dope too, just because of the way that it made everything sound. I didn't get too deep into it. I mean, I can't tell you all that, but this is what it sounds like. Now, once I turn this reverb on, it's like it's stressing all these imperfections, which is pretty dope. I like the way that it sounds. And it's dope how you can just drive that signal. So a pretty solid reverb in my personal opinion, but that's what I got for you in today's newscast, guys. Hopefully I could help you guys out with some of these freebies. Hopefully a lot of you guys out there do have Novation and all these NKS products, or all these boards that are gonna get NKS support, so you can get all those freebies, because there's a ton of freebies there. And then I hope some of this other stuff could help you guys out here too as well. Make sure you enter the giveaway, because you might win. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button. Hit subscribe and that notification bell, so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Sign off as your anchorman, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. Until next time, peace. SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys.